At the 79th Group, we've created an environment where all talents are not only welcomed, but they're embraced. Our shared commitment to equality has created an environment where women feel valued, heard and respected. We pride ourselves in knowing that we hire based on skills and merit and not on gender stereotypes. Across all of our global teams, women are included in key decision making and given the opportunity to develop and grow. This is a culture that has been purposefully created, allowing us to gain access to diverse perspectives, which has been instrumental in our company's growth. For International Women's Day, we're going to show you some insights from our female leaders and key decision makers. We're going to look at their ambitions, their career paths and what motivates them, all to encourage other women to do the same. I set myself a personal target and I set it probably when I was about 24, 25, going into the corporate world. And I thought, not knowing, fully understanding what this meant, I want to be a director of a company by the time I'm 40. You know, having achieved that ahead of schedule is great, but it's what's next.
Originally, I didn't even want to go to university, so it was a pretty last-minute decision for me to actually go. But I'm so glad that I did, because now I'm here.
Definitely didn't envision myself in the position that I'm currently in, for sure. I genuinely just thought that I was going to be a relationship manager where I was answering calls, speaking to clients. Luckily, I've been given more opportunity to be able to have a lot more responsibility.
Natalie was the pull for me to start here. Her ideas and aspirations for the company going forward made me want to dive into the 79th Group and be a part of it.
Recognising women shouldn't be, in my opinion, any different to recognising anyone within the organisation. You know, everyone here is hired based on the fact that they can do their job, and if they can't, they have the attitude to be able to get to do that job in a really successful manner. That's something I'm really proud of 79th Group, that there is always that open conversation, that, you know, you've come in potentially to work within a finance department, you've got a real passion for another department, and that's something that we like to tease out of people.
Well, in previous roles, I've definitely not been taken seriously, but how that differs to the 79th Group, I started here in my 20s, I've worked here for 2 years, and I've progressed massively and transitioned into a role that is completely unbelievable.
I've seen us grow from, you know, 6 of us in one office to the 45 employees that we've got just at head office at the moment. I've seen how hard she's worked, and that's made me want to work harder too as well.
For me, I think you can see across the board that there has been significant change. That's in one sector. I appreciate there are a lot of sectors and some not progressing as fast as we like. But in an ultimate way, men can support us by standing with us.
It's really important to have role models, especially in the place that you work. And it's great that we've got so many role models here. My personal role model would be my cousin. My cousin started off stacking shelves at Tesco down the road, and now she's a regional manager for Tesco. And I just think, what a woman.
Our CEO is a woman, so that in itself is empowering to me, and I do definitely look up to that, and I do look at Natalie and I think, I want to be like you. I think that comes down to hard work and dedication. Whether you're female or male, you can progress here at the 79th Group.
We're all here for the growth of this company, regardless of gender. We all work together as a team. We all come together. We all support each other. And that's what I love about working at the 79th Group.
What advice would I give to my younger self? It's funny because I think I touched on it a little bit before. Don't be so critical of yourself. You know, stick with it, be encouraged by yourself, and you know, the positivity will come from all of that hard work that you do. And unfortunately, you do get knocks along the way. It's how you pick yourself back up and keep yourself in that right frame of mind, knowing that you're moving towards your goal. It's not a race. One small step is still a win. 10 steps is a win. It's just how you believe in yourself.
It doesn't matter if you don't have it all figured out by a certain age. Changing your mind is completely fine. And you'll land on your feet and you'll be okay.
As a company with offices all over the globe, it's important to acknowledge how the experiences for many women across the world may differ. In other countries, the shift towards equal opportunity and inclusivity is still being developed. Let's hear from the women in our global teams on their experiences of diversity and inclusion.
At the group, we're really lucky to have a well-balanced team, and I think we reap the rewards of that in the way the company goes about its strategy, its stakeholder relations, and its execution of business. But we also think a lot about the communities in which we operate through our ESG, and really being mindful of the social impact in countries where women are not afforded the same opportunities that they may be in Europe. What can men do to help women get on? There's a lot, but let me just focus on one. If you notice that you are sitting at a table which is vast majority of men, find somebody who can contribute to that meeting who is female. Make a space for them, invite them to share their thoughts. Unless you do something now, you will not see a change later. I think the bottom line is, know what you want to try, be prepared to give it a shot, even if you have fails along the way, we all do. But do not let anything or anyone tell you that you can't be what you want to be. I'm sure you can, but it will be hard work, so get stuck in.
Very early on, I learned not to categorize myself. There is no room for stereotypes or gender biases. If I was to present myself as an individual who is fit for a specific role, that should be enough. Everything is possible as long as you're competent, you're qualified, and not scared to make mistakes. On the occasion of International Women's Day, I would just like to relay, there is no race that we are in. Just come into the field as an equal, be it in your career or in your personal life, and goals can be achieved. Dream big. Eventually, everything works out in the end. Do not fret about the small things in life.
I began my career, I always see myself working in a corporate business, but reaching to the position where I am today, I always knew it's going to happen, but I did not know when and how it's going to happen. My advice to the next generation of women in business within Guinea is to believe in themselves. If they think they can do it, let them go for it. Prioritize education, because education provides stability in life, and education is something that no one can ever take away from you. Happy International Women's Day to all the women around the world.